Hey man, this one right here different. This ain't the regular, he from this block. He caught this body. He beef with them. Nah, this is a story of a nigga who wasn't even supposed to be in the trenches for real, but somehow ended up right there in the core of it. A white boy moving through this city like he was stamped, certified, and co-signed by the trenches themselves. This is the story of Sean FBG WhiteBoa Patchy, a shorty who came from the burbs but got embraced by some of the realest GD sets in Chicago, PBG and FBG. One of the only white dudes the streets actually vouched for, invited in, and allowed to claim the same folks they bled for. He came solid, real, and they respected it. But the streets don't care who you is. They don't care how loyal you are. Loyalty don't stop bullets, and being real don't promise longevity. Let's talk about the life and the death of FBG WhiteBoa. Sean ain't started off on no block, no corner, no abandoned building, none of that. He grew up in Crete, Illinois. Ain't nowhere near no O Block, no 63rd, no Terror Town. But anybody from Chicago know it don't matter where you from, it matter where you drawn to. And Sean, he was drawn to the energy, that drill wave, that loyalty, that family vibe the streets make you feel like you got, even when you really don't. He slid in with the PBG crowd first. They gave him the name A Realist, cause that's how he moved. Real, solid, cool as hell, never trying to overdo it. He ain't try to be no gangster rapper. He ain't try to overact tough. He just blended in, cause he was himself. In the streets, people know when something fake. And Sean wasn't fake. He was a cool white boy who didn't fold under pressure, didn't panic, didn't get the sweat when shit got real. That's why the trenches let him in. When he came around FBG, he ain't show up as no goofy. He came in as what Chicago called a plug, a helper, a dude with motion. He had connections, he had money, he had resources. Most importantly, he ain't taxed, he ain't snake, he ain't pulled no weird shit. That's why they took to him so fast. He got super close with FBG Butter, damn near inseparable. Them boys were so locked in, they had a shared Instagram account. Same pic, same password, same captions, same everything. Ain't nobody doing that unless they really rocking with each other. And when Lil J got locked up back in 2014 and 2015, WhiteBoa was the one running his pages, posting his shit, keeping his name alive. Behind the scenes, he was holding it down like a family. Most fans ain't even know that till after he died. Dude wasn't soft, he wasn't scary, he wasn't no suburban actor trying to play gangbang. Shorty was really outside. Everybody from PBG to FBG said the same thing. WhiteBoa was solid, bro. Dude was really one of us. That's rare. Chicago don't let outsiders in, especially not white dudes. Not in that era. But WhiteBoa, he got the stamp. They let him rock GD. He hung in them same rooms the steppers hung in. He was in the mix for real. He wasn't trying to be the hardest. He wasn't trying to be the face. He wasn't trying to be no drill rapper. He was just a street nigga in a white body, moving the same way they moved, and the churches respected it. But see, when you got motion in Chicago, when you the plug, when you got people depending on you, enemies gonna come, fake friends gonna come, jealousy gonna come. A lot of people didn't like how plug WhiteBoa was, didn't like how cool he was everywhere, didn't like how he had ties with both PBG and FBG, didn't like how Butter and Jay embraced him. And some people ain't like the fact a WhiteBoa was getting love in the space they barely survived in. That hate ain't always loud. Sometimes it's quiet, behind your back, in the form of setups, bad deals, bad vibes. And on October 22nd, 2015, one of them deals went left. Now one story is, WhiteBoa went on a lick trying to rob somebody and ended up getting killed. And another story is, he was the one that was getting robbed and ended up getting killed. It's a regular Thursday in Harvey, Illinois. WhiteBoa link up for a transaction. Same type of moves he been doing, nothing major. But this one was foul. Somebody had a plan. Somebody was thirsty. Somebody wanted to snake him, or he wanted to snake somebody. Shots get fired in the 15,000 block, a Lathrop, chaotic, quick, no chance to react. When the smoke cleared, Sean WhiteBoa Patchett was laying on the ground, hit in the torso. He ain't make it. The medical examiner pronounced him gone right there. 24 years old, a father, a friend, a white boy who walked deeper into the GD world than most GDs ever do. And the sad part is, it didn't even have to happen like that. FBG Butter was crushed. That was bro. They damn near lived on the internet together. Lil J, behind the wall, heard the news and instantly felt that pain. He knew how much WhiteBoa did for him. PBG felt it too, cause he was a realist before he was WhiteBoa. He was loved on both sides. That never happens in Chicago. That's how you knew he was really cut from a different cloth. Some say he might have even been the connection between PBG and FBG. And I think that what we can learn from the story of FBG WhiteBoa is this. Chicago teach you loyalty early, but it also teach you the cost of it. WhiteBoa was loyal. One of the most loyal white boys to ever step into the trenches. He ain't fold, he ain't fake, he ain't switch side. But the streets don't reward loyalty, they just take. What you can learn from his story is simple. Being real don't save. Being loved don't protect you. Being accepted don't guarantee you make it home. WhiteBoa tried to belong somewhere, and in the process, he found himself swallowed up by the same streets that accepted him. The trenches took him in, then the trenches took him out. Sometimes you can love people who don't know how to love you back. Sometimes the environment you want to fit into ain't built for you. Sean FBG WhiteBoa Patchett, a white boy who stood 10 toes and the world built to crush him, gone too soon. But remember, are the ones who knew his heart. Rest easy, white boy. Long live a real. Some people say that people didn't really like the fact that WhiteBoa was accepted like he was. And he was actually more loved than a lot of the other guys. And the motherfucker set him up. How true that is, I don't know. That's one story. Like I said, the other story is he went on a lick, he had street shit going on. The lick turned out bad, and he ended up dead. Get down in the comment section and let me know what y'all think, man. Was WhiteBoa trying to be accepted too hard by getting in the streets? Make sure that y'all subscribe. Make sure that y'all hit that like button, man. And get in them comments. It's your boy SNTV. I'm out.